Hello, LP Brown artists. Welcome back. All right, this week we have our prize winners, George G. in Miss Lott's class and Tyler T. in Miss Russell's class. So you two will receive some bonus art supplies this week at Supply Pickup. And this cat is exactly what I feel about prizes. So excited! This week, we are focusing on proportion. Sounds like a fancy word, huh? Proportion. So in art, proportion is how things work together in your art. So some examples here would be like the parts of a body. We know that people have certain lengths of their legs compared to their arms. A lot of times, typically, when you're drawing your body, you don't want to have like a teeny tiny head and a giant body. You want it to look realistic. You want the right proportion. Here are some other examples. Okay, today we're going to focus on the proportion of the head to make it look realistic. We want it to be balanced and look correct, look like your face. Here are some changes in proportion. This would be an exaggeration. So the person's thumb is really big and that's the focus. But that's not how our bodies look. We don't have thumbs that big. Here's another exaggeration, a giant hamburger with teeny tiny people. Here's some more proportion. Hey, what's going on here? A person sitting in someone's hand with their house. And then a giant flower with a teeny tiny person. So those are all examples of how proportion can really change how a picture looks. It can make it look more realistic, like what we're doing today, or kind of silly cartoon imaginary pictures. As I said, we're focusing on self-portraits today. Now, a portrait is a picture of someone's face. A self-portrait is a picture of yourself. Now, we all look different. We all have different parts of ourselves that we love. So you can take a moment before drawing your self-portrait to read or to listen to these read-alouds. I'll have the colors of us and what I like about me. And think about, what do you love about yourself, your face? And you can look in the mirror to make sure that your picture is so realistic and looks just like you. I'm excited to see your artwork. Go ahead, grab a piece of paper, pencil, eraser, something to draw with, and I'll meet you back here. All right, I have my piece of paper ready to draw my self-portrait. If you have a mirror that you can look at, take a close look at your face as you're drawing so you can make it as accurate as possible. I have my paper vertical, or also called portrait, tall, skinny way, and I'm going to use a pencil and eraser just in case I make a few little mistakes that I want to clean up. The first thing we're going to do is draw a big oval round shape for our face that fills up most of the paper. Because we want lots of space here to draw our face. Okay, so I have my oval shape. If you do not like the way it turned out, you can always flip your paper over or just erase it and make it the shape that you want. Next, I'm going to draw my eyes. Now, sometimes we might think our eyes are up higher than they actually are. Our eyes are in the middle of our face. So it will look weird without hair and other things, but we're going to draw our eyes in the middle of our face. For the top of my eye, I'm going to draw like a curved rainbow shape. And then like 3 fingers between. Another curved rainbow shape. Now we want these eyes to be symmetrical. Mine are a little too far apart there. I'm going to bring them closer together. We want our eyes to be symmetrical, the same on both sides, which is a little tricky. And our eyes are not perfectly symmetrical in real life, so it's okay if they're not a perfect match. Okay. Make sure you're drawing lightly if you need to erase. I didn't, so it's harder to erase those lines. Next, I'm going to draw another curved shape to close the eye shape there. Okay, now I have two football-shaped eyes. Now looking at your eyes in a mirror, you'll notice that you have the main big circle part of your eye with the color in it, and that's called the iris. And look and see what color are your irises. Next, in the middle, there's a pupil. The pupil is black. And it can be bigger or smaller based on how bright or dark it is where you are. Then on top, there's an eyelid. I'm going to draw another little curve here to show the eyelid. Eyelid. And then we have eyelashes. Now that I'm done with my eyes, I'm going to see what else there is on my face. Above my eyes, I have eyebrows. You can draw those in. Again, trying to make them symmetrical, the same on both sides. And then in between here, I have my nose. And there's lots of different ways to draw a nose. You draw it the way that you want, or you can follow along with me. So, I have on either side my nostrils. And everyone has different shaped nostrils, so yours might not look the same as mine. And there's an opening in the nostril that I'm going to draw kind of like a little seed shape, I guess you'd call it, squashed oval. Then there's the tip of my nose. Then it connects kind of to my eyebrows, like that. Again, you draw the nose however you want. This is how I'm drawing mine. I'm going to connect this. Now it's time for my mouth. Think about if you want your mouth to be happy, excited, sad, angry. I'm going to have a happy mouth showing all of my teeth. So, I'm going to draw a big smile. Woo, Mrs. Bloom, that's a big smile. I'll close that off a little bit. A little too big. Next, looking at your teeth. Some of you might have lost some teeth recently, so draw your teeth in there. If you're missing a tooth, just don't include that one. And then we have our lips, of course, that kind of curve around our smiles. Next, I have my ears, which are next to my eyes here in the middle of my face. I'm just going to draw some simple ears that are a C shape, and then a backwards C shape. Now below my chin, I need to add my neck. In the neck, it's going to be a line here, a line here. Am I done? Am I all done with my portrait now? I have everything included. Oh, hair. We need hair. Okay, if you have short hair, all you need to do is draw a line here, depending on what kind of hair you have. Let's make it a little wavier so it's not completely straight line. And color that in and just show your short hair. And you might have some hair sticking up at the top. Take a close look. If you have longer hair like me, you can leave it the same. Draw the line here. And then I'm going to erase this top edge and bring my hair down to the side of my neck. And I'll do it on the other side. Erase the top side of the head, and my hair comes out to the side here. If you have bangs, you could draw your bangs here, or a little bit of hair falling to the side. When we add color, there's my part, we can add more texture to the hair. Here's my finished self-portrait. I did my best work. Realistic self-portraits for me is one of my hardest, most challenging things to do, but the more we practice, the better we get, right? So I hope you enjoyed this. I would love to see your artwork on Schoology. And when you share your artwork on Schoology, I'd also love to hear what is your favorite part of your face. My favorite part, not from the drawing, but from my actual face, my favorite part of my face is my smile. What's yours?